It's the eat my shorts of this generation, chat. In the year 1998, we went from Bart Simpson, eat my shorts, to Eric Cartman, suck my balls, Mr. Garrison. And he's like, oh, hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content in my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games, I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video.
South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut.
Tell them we'll have punch and pad. We're not gonna have punch and pie. My bill will come if they think we have punch and pad.
But now, my friends, let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty details of South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut, chat. And we open up to this quiet little redneck mountain town, and we're introduced to goddamn Stan, chat, one of the four main boys. At least one. I mean, they have character swap out usually as the main four, chat. Obviously, Butters became more relevant as it went along. They tried Tweak. Remember Tweak was supposed to be like a member of the group for a while, chat? Everyone said, fuck Tweak. We don't like fucking Tweak. Get him out of here, chat. So then we cut, because after they got kind of tired of Kenny, and it's like, yeah, he's dead. You killed Kenny. You bastards. Like, they're like, all right, enough of that. They stopped doing that joke after a while. They got bored of him. It's a major plot point here. But I think it's funny how eventually, because this kept getting tired, and they're like, you know what? We're just going to fucking let Kenny live. He's been through enough goddamn stress and death in his life. He already lives with two abusive parents, and his brother and sister don't give a fuck about him. Let's just stop murdering him. Thank you, Dark Side of the 5 Minutes. Go show you how much it isn't a bad thing if you can work with it. That's true. Work with it, and sometimes that inspires more creativity. No, Butters is my boy too. I love Butters too, Katie. No, I'm all about hamburgers. I love Butters, but Tweak, fuck Tweak. No one likes Tweak. I would be shocked to find a Tweak fan in here, chat. I mean, they tried to make it before Butters. They tried to make Tweak like the fourth friend after Kenny died, after Kenny was gone for a couple seasons. And they're like, all right, this isn't working. So then they got Butters, chat. And Butters is great. He's kind of like the fifth member of the group, in my opinion, chat. Love that character. But it opens up, chat, and we got goddamn Stan Marsh, chat. And he's singing about his quiet little mountain redneck town, chat. Of course, South Park, Colorado, where the sun is never able to fucking melt the snow on the goddamn ground, chat. And by the way, opening number is perfect, because it starts out, what this is, chat, South Park is, I mean, yes, it's a musical. It's a critique on the MPAA, chat. It's very topical. I mean, talking about Saddam Hussein, who's pretty much the antagonist of the film, along with Stan's big fat bitch of a mom, Mrs. Bufflosky. But it's also a critique and a parody on Renaissance era Disney films, chat. And this opening number is parodying a Belle song from Beauty and the Beast. And then you also get a Beast song from Beauty and the Beast, where for fucking Satan singing later on. But I just love that that's how it's opened up. It's where it's really just making fun of Disney. How appropriate. This is long before we saw the debut of South Park's Mickey Mouse character, who I absolutely goddamn love. Wish he was in here, because he'd be fucking pissed about this. But he's fucking so happy, chat. Today's a fucking bright day in this quiet little redneck mountain town, chat, because the Terrence and Phillip movie, chat, has made its debut in South Park. And you could tell this movie is old because of some of the references, because he found out about the movie in an advertisement in a newspaper, and he cut out the newspaper clipping, is going around town like, look, like this fucking goddamn Charlie from Charlie and the goddamn Chocolate Factory, chat, like, I got a golden ticket, and he goes around town telling everybody about this. It's just interesting. It's like, yeah, this movie's 23 years old. It's nearly 25 years old, chat. It's crazy. And he's going around town, and we're introduced to the various characters of South Park, chat. A lot of the tertiary and supporting cast, chat. But we got to see what the boys are doing, chat. And so he goes and gets Kenny first, chat. Kenny, he lives in a goddamn hovel. It's disgusting, chat. And fucking Stan's throwing snowballs at his windows, like, Kenny, get your poor ass up, fucking Terrence and Phillip. And he's like, yeah. And he gets his little hoodie on, chat. We don't see his face. This is also the debut of Kenny's face. We see Kenny's face for the first time here, chat. Not in this scene, but at the end of the movie. And so he gets his little orange park on, Chad. He's fucking excited to leave this hovel to at least forget about the fact that he's dirt fucking poor and he lives with a crystal meth abusing parents, Chad. He's like, I just want to forget this and enjoy a movie with my two favorite foreign actors, Terrence and Phillip of the great mysterious land of Canada. And so he leaves, Chad, but his fucking mom, who's high as shit at this point, says, Kenny, you gotta go to church. And he's like, no, and he fucking leaves. He's like, God damn it. And they pass by the church, Chad. They're all fucking saying, they're like, we don't care about God. Fuck him. We're going to go see Terrence and Phillip. And then they go to Kyle's house, Chad, where he's hanging out with his little brother, Ike, Chad, who is a fellow Canadian. He is from the great North, Chad, of Canada. And for whatever reason, I forgot, was Ike typically abused in the initial episodes of the series? Because we see Kyle say, fucking kick the baby. And he promptly kicks Ike. I'm like, I remember Kyle being this big of an asshole. He kicks Ike, Chad, right in the tuchus, and he flies through a window. I should say fly through, hits the goddamn window, breaks the glass, Chad, but he's okay. He doesn't mind. He doesn't mind at all. In the first 2 to 3 seasons, he's the abusive asshole. Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy, Chad, where he kicks I kicked the baby, and Mrs. Broflovsky, she's like, why you fucking stop kicking him? Stop kicking him. And Kyle's like, Mom, but he likes it. She's like, don't kick the baby. Stop it. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, Kyle. And, he's like, I gotta go, Mom. And Ike goes out the fucking front door, and he fucking thrusts himself through the window again and breaking it. And Mrs. Broflovsky, she's like, oh, God, they're gonna go see that terrible Terrence and Phillip movie. Those Canadians, they are abusing the American youth. They're corrupting them. And then eventually, Chad, they got to get the fourth member of their quartet. We all know who that is, Chad. Eric D. Cartman. They got to go get Cartman, Chad, who is sitting his fat ass in front of the television, Chad, eating his favorite snack, cheesy poofs, Chad, eating cheesy poofs. And he hears a knock on the door, and he goes, Ma'am! Ma'am! And she goes, yes, Pumpkin. And she's like, there's someone at the door, ma'am. And she goes, I'll get it. He goes, Ma'am, don't block the TV, goddammit. And, she goes, yeah. And we learn the news, Chad. We learn the news. That's Saddam Hussein. Do you remember Saddam Hussein, Chad? The dictator of the country of Iraq, Chad. He has been mauled to death by six wild boars, Chad. And he's been dead for like 6 weeks. It's the anniversary. It's 6 weeks anniversary of the mauling of wild boars on Saddam Hussein. So it's great. Everyone's celebrating around the world, Chad. Saddam Hussein is dead. But fucking Kenny, Kyle, and Stan, they come in, and also Ike. He's there too, Chad, because he wants to see Terrence Phillip. Who doesn't, after all? And the fucking Eric Cartman, have you read today's newspaper? Which I love. It's so dated. Have you read today's newspaper? He goes, no, I haven't. And he goes, it's the fucking Terrence and Phillip movies here. He goes, oh my God. And he's like, he throws off his cheesy poof, chat, and he waddles with them to the goddamn movie theater where they're all singing the song, my quiet little redneck mountain town, all that good shit. And eventually, chat, they cannot wait. This is the best day of their lives. This movie means so much to them. And they go up there and, fucking Stan, he has the money, got the money from his mom, chat, and he says, I'd like 5 tickets, please, to see Terrence and Phillip. And the goddamn ticket booth guy, chat, says, no. And they're like, what? And he says, you are too young to see this movie. You're unaccompanied minors. I would only allow you to see this film if you had an adult with you who will allow you to see this. And then they're like, fuck. They don't want that, chat. They don't want that at all. And so they get the idea to pay off a hobo, chat. This guy is not looking great. He's on death's door, but they say, hey, we'll give you $10 goddamn to get a bottle of vodka if you can buy 5 tickets for us to get into the Terrence and Phillip movie. And this guy, who is a raging alcoholic, agrees, and he gets them in the movie, chat. They sit themselves down. And of course, the curtains part, chat, and we see the start of the Terrence and Phillip movie. Now, chat, Terrence and Phillip, as we know, fine Canadian artistes, chat, known for their fart and flatulent humor, chat. And that's what this whole entire sequence is about, chat, where they're farting on each other so goddamn much, their farts encourage other which I assume Austin can let me know. It encourages other Canadians, chat, to fart in unison and to do a little fucking fart song called Fuck Ya Uncle. So they sing this wonderful number, chat, says Fuck Ya Uncle, and it's great. It's so goddamn good. Thank you, Bachelors of the 580. Nowadays, you can get into NC-17, the age 12. I know, it's weird. Well, I mean, the people at the theaters don't give a shit. It's like, yeah, whatever. You can get your ass in here. Like, no one takes the MPA seriously. My whole thing is, honestly, if you like, people, they have the ratings up there, whatever. But the fact that you have these organizations that say, you know, you have to be, I think people should take some more personal responsibility, honestly. Like, if a parent is taking their kids, the parent should know this movie has violent content in there, and they shouldn't have their son or daughter, whoever, see this film based on what they should do some goddamn research, okay? They shouldn't have to rely on a federal or on an organization to say, like, no, that you can't do it because of this, and this. It's like, no, take some goddamn personal responsibility for your kids. You should know what to expose them to and what not to expose them to. And then most of the time, they don't even give a shit. So, MPA, in my opinion, chat should not exist. That's my opinion. But we got this wonderful fucking song chat called Funky Uncle, and all the boys are learning all these bad words, everything from shit to fuck to everything else in the goddamn book chat. And they love it. They love it. And they leave the theater, and the ticket booth guy says, "Hey, you tricked me." And they go, "Fuck you, asshole." And they're like, "Yay." And they're all happy about it, chat. They're all goddamn happy at it. Charisma, welcome back. And so they're going to tell all the kids of South Park, Colorado, they just experienced the majesty, chat, the fantastical Terrence and Phillip movie. And they see all the kids. It's like a Charlie Brown special all of a sudden where they're all down by the fucking lake ice skating and things like that. And Stan, he sees the love of his life, chat. He sees Wendy. She's gracefully ice skating on the ice, chat. And he has this whole, it's like, I want to talk to this girl to show her how I feel. Like all that kind of thing. While, you know, the boys to talk about the Terrence and Phillip movie, trying to get people to see it, saying they learn all these new bad words, and they're like, whoa, what does that mean? I mean, they're like, we don't fucking know, but we love it. Thank you, KD, for the 5 biddies. Boo, Wendy. Boo, Wendy. Testaburger. That's right. Thank you, KD, for the 5 biddies. And so, but then fucking Stan, he sees Wendy ice skating with this new boy, Chad. His name is Gregory. Apparently, he's a foreign exchange student from the great country of Britannia. And he's just like, oh, no, I don't feel good in my tummy every time I see someone with her. And she goes over to him. She says, how you doing, Stan? Do you want to go ice skating with me? And he goes, bleh, and he vomits all over. He projectile vomits on her, chat. And that's a running gag in the movie. Every time he sees Wendy, he just vomits on her. And she's like, gross, ew. And then we get this little kid who go up to her, chat, goes up to both of them. He's like, hello, my name is Gregory. I am from the great land of Britannia. I have a 4.0 grade point, GPA, grade point average. And Stan's like, fuck, I don't have that. And so Wendy's all about Gregory, chat, because he is socially and politically involved in things. He's clearly smart. He's very articulate. And Stan, he's just not nearly as articulate as someone like Gregory, not nearly as smart. All he has to say is, well, we just saw the Terrence and Phillip movie. And Gregory's like, I don't care about that garbage. No, thank you. I mean, I'm all for humor, but humor is subjective after all. If you enjoyed it, well, good for you. Come on with me, Wendy. And they continue ice skating, and Stan is sad. But then, chat. Then we go to the next day, and they're all at school. All the kids have seen Terrence and Phillip, chat. They're wearing Terrence and Phillip memorabilia. Says all sorts of things on their shirts, chat. Terrence and Phillip cocksucker shirt. You got the Terrence and Phillip fuck donkey shirt. All sorts of different words, chat, mixed of animal names. It's a smorgasbord of depravity, chat. And, of course, who walks in the goddamn class, chat? Because there's a lot of learning to do, students. It's goddamn Mr. Garrison and Mr. Hat, who has the same voice as Mr. Garrison. Mr. Garrison does not really care to give Mr. Hat another voice. And he says, okay, class, we're going to learn some multiplication today, okay? So can someone tell me what 5 times 2 is? And Craig, he raises his hand. He goes, is it 12? And he goes, no, it's not 12, Craig. Can someone else answer the question who's not a retard? And it's just like, oh yeah, it's back in the day, chat, where you could say the word retard. And there's a lot of words they say in this movie. It's like, you can't really say anymore. But he's like, and, you know, they're asking all the kids. He's asking fucking Stan, does he know? He's like, I don't know, Mr. Garrison. And he says, Carmen, do you know the answer to the question 5 times 2? And Carmen's like, I don't fucking know. And Mr. Garrison's like, Carmen, did you just say the F word? Did you just say fuck? He's like, Yeah, I said the fucking F word. He's like, Cartman. and he's like, what? He's like, you can't say fucking school. It's like, why the fuck not? And then goddamn Kyle is like, because you can't, you fucking, you fat ass. I hate you, fuck, don't call me fat. He's like, Kyle. Garrison's like, Kyle. And like Stan's like, dudes, you can't say fuck. He's like, Stan. And he's like, what? I'm fucking sorry. He's like, what the hell is going on? He's like, Cartman, don't say the F word. He's like, I'm gonna fucking say whatever the fuck I want, Mr. Garrison. He's like, Cartman, don't you dare say that. He's like, what, don't say what? He said, you know what it is. Okay, Mr. Garrison, I'm gonna tell you something. Suck my balls. He's like, excuse me? Hold on. And he grabs a fucking megaphone and goes, you can suck my balls, Mr. Garrison. he's like, oh, he's very upset. It's an amazing scene. It's an iconic scene in South Park history, chat. It's suck my balls, and it's the pause. It's not even the suck my balls, or it's the pause in between suck my balls, Mr. Garrison. It's that pause that does it. It's so fucking good. Thank you, Dark Slayer. This is an average school day. It really is. I bet it is. I bet when this movie came out, people were like, teachers had to deal with this shit. Oh my god, it's the eat my shorts of this generation, chat. In the year 1998, we went from Bart Simpson, eat my shorts, to Eric Cartman, suck my balls, Mr. Garrison. And he's like, oh, and all boys are sent to Mr. Mackey's office. Okay, he's the guidance counselor. He works in the students' chat. He's not good at his job. He's never been good at his job, Jim, okay? And he says, boys, I want you to stop swearing, use the F word, okay? And they're like, why we gotta fucking stop swearing, Mr. He's like, stop it. And he's like, I've taken the liberty to call all of your mothers. In this sense, Kyle's like, oh shit, not my mom. Oh no. And you know, Cartman's like, why are you afraid of your mom, man? Just fuck off. Just tell her to fuck off. He's like, I can't tell her to fuck off, Cartman. You know how bad it's gonna be? He's like, I don't fucking know, man. And Mr. Mackey's like, God damn, okay, stop fucking swearing, okay? Thank you, Batch, for the 5 minutes. In my district, they threatened to send kids home if they pulled that when the movie came out. Really? I thought they would. That's fascinating to me. Yeah, for those of you who were like teenagers when this movie came out, because I was too young. I was like still 8. I was like 8 or 9. So I didn't really like South Park. Just wasn't my mind. Just didn't even know it existed. But for people who are teenagers who saw this in theaters, I'm not surprised to hear that. That's really, really fascinating. But eventually, all the fucking moms come in, and, you know, Mrs. Boflosky, chat, she is very upset. She's like, Kyle, why are you saying all these words? He's like, well, you know, we went to, go see the Terrence and Phillip movie. She's like, Terrence and Phillip are saying these horrible things? It's those goddamn Canadians. And you have, you know, the other fucking people there, chat. You got Stan's mom. You got Kenny's mom, who, you know, was a little high. She had a little high in the fucking crystal meth. At least she came to there. And, of course, you got goddamn Eric Cartman's mom, chat. And, you know, Mr. Mackey's like, well, the boys have said all these nasty words and provide a list of all the words that they've said. And they're, like, going over it. And, you know, Mr. Boflosky's like, what's a fucking rim job? And without missing a goddamn beat, Cartman's mom goes, oh, it's when you fucking put your legs behind your head and someone eats out your asshole. And they all look at her like, you gave very vivid detail and spoke so quickly. So we all know, chat, Eric Cartman's mom is a dirty whore, which is an episode name. They're like looking at her like, all right. It's like, you boys are in so much trouble. Kyle, you're grounded for 2 weeks. And Stan's mom, you said, Stan, you're grounded for 2 weeks. And Kenny's mom, you're grounded for 2 weeks. And Eric Cartman's like, Pumpkin, you are grounded for 3. He's like, Mom, why the fuck am I grounded for 3 goddamn weeks? And she's like, because I said so, honey. He's like, fuck. And eventually, chat, you know, they're very upset by the whole thing, and they're walking down the goddamn hall, and of course, you know, Stan, he sees Wendy again. He just has that sick feeling in his tummy, and he just vomits, and fucking Kyle's like, dude, stop vomiting everywhere. He's like, I can't help it. When I see a girl, I get sick. And he's like, stop doing that, man. I know girls are gross and stuff. They got like weird bazungas and everything, but stop it. And he's like, I just gotta figure out like how to talk to her. And eventually, chat, they all go to lunch after, you know, their mom's been called in. and they're going to go talk to one of their favorite people, chat, Chef, he's a good guy. Hello, children. And because he always gives them such great advice. And, they go up there and he's like, what's wrong, boys? And because they seem kind of sad. And he's like, Chef, we got in trouble. He's like, why'd you get in trouble? And they all like, well, we said some bad words. He's like, what kind of bad words? And, he goes to the, fuck, shit, also he's like, well, you maybe shouldn't use those words, boys. I mean, those are kind of bad. Why don't you think about that? Maybe you shouldn't use them in certain scenarios. I mean, you could say them, but don't fucking say them out loud around certain groups of people because they could take offense to that kind of thing. And they go, that's good advice, Chef. But Stan, he has some more questions. Chef is like the best character at this point in the show, Chad. He is their moral compass. And Stan, he wants to ask Chef, he's like, Chef, I have this problem with the girl. He's like, oh, what's wrong, Stan? He goes, how do I make a girl happy? And Chef's like, oh, you just got to find the clitoris. And he goes, oh. He's like, Chef, what's the clitoris? And he's like, never mind. Why don't you go sit down? When you go sit down, you're stopping the line. A lot of hungry kids right here. And he fucking goes sit down. And he's like, so what did Chef tell you? He said, I have to find something called the clitoris to make girls happy. And they go, Shaft, those are Shaft. Yep, very much so. And they're like, what's the clitoris? He goes, I don't know, but we got to find out what it is eventually, chat. And then while they're all eating their lunches, chat, they hear something on the fucking loudspeakers. Chat. Apparently it's Mr. Mack. Okay, students, I just want to put in a dress code update. A little dress code update, okay? From now on, no one will be allowed to wear any Terrence or Phillip shirts or pants or memorabilia. No Terrence Phillip stuff, okay? And they're like, God damn it, because they're all wearing Terrence Phillip shirts, chat, because they're all seen the movie. And so then, Mr. Mackey, he's working with all the kids who have been swearing and saying naughty words, chat, the entire time. And he has a big fucking musical number about, let's not say bad words, okay? Let's take that word and say something else of it. So instead of saying shit, we'll say poop. Instead of saying fuck, we'll say, darn it, like shit like that, Chad. It's a wonderful musical number. All the kids are like, they're all in sync with Mr. Mackey. They're like, yeah, Mr. Mackey, we're with you, buddy. We're gonna adhere to your guidance. And he's like, I'm a success. And then, Chad, we promptly cut to all the children at the theater seeing Terrence and Phillip again, Chad. And they just love all these goddamn nasty bad words, Chad. They keep repeating everything, Chad. Having a great fucking time in the theater. Thank you, Dr. The 5 God, I hate the obvious bullshit dress code for bizarre reasons. Yeah, man. Yeah, I went to a private Catholic school in high school, Chad. We had a dress code and everything. It sucked. It's a good song. Like, all the musical numbers, I don't know them by heart. Sadly, I've only seen this film a couple times. Like, the last time I saw this movie, chat, was probably it was well over 10 years ago. So it's been a very long time since I've seen this shit. I wish I knew the lyrics of the songs. I would sing them to you right now if I could, but I just don't. My apologies, chat. My apologies. Say bitch, not bitch. Yes. There's also like there's a poster. There's a little fun fact. There's a poster in Mr. Mackey's office where he says, say no to pot, but say yes to pottery. And apparently, I think it was either Matt Stone or Trey Parker, when they were growing up in school, they had a teacher who would always say that. It's like, because, people say, you shouldn't do drugs. Instead of say yes to pot, say no to pot, say yes to pottery. And they thought that was just so fucking funny. So unintentionally funny, they put it in this episode, which I think is great. Now, I want Chris to sing the lyrics to My Neck, My Back, I can do that. I'll do it eventually. I gotta memorize the lyrics, though. Oh, my God. Oh, but now, chat, they're watching this film, they're enjoying themselves, and of course the movie, it ends. So we didn't see the ending originally, chat, with Terrence and Phillip, and it ends with, I believe, Phillip. Oh, no, it was Terrence. I think it was Terrence, chat. He attempts to light his fart on fire, and he instead engulfs himself in a fucking inferno and promptly dies, chat. He dies, but he comes back because, fire's not going to kill you. Lighting your fart is not going to kill you. And they'll walk out of the theater and think that last bit was so goddamn funny. But, Carmen says, that lighting on fire, lighting your farts on fire, that's fucking bullshit, man. It doesn't fucking work. And Kenny's like, Kenny's just like, no, it fucking works. I could prove it. He's like, no, you can't do it. And he's like, I can do it. And he's like, all right, $100 says you can't light your goddamn fart on fire. And, Kenny, he produces a book of matches, which he always has on hand, chat. And he's got a big old fart stored in his tuchus. And he bends on over and goes, and boom, and it lights his fart on fire. She's like, yeah, but then he sets his entire body on fire. He's like, nigga, holy fucking shit, dude, you're on fire, Kenny. And fucking Carmen, he grabs his stick and just begins fucking hitting Kenny with, you gotta put the fucking fire, Kenny. He's like, oh yeah, the stick's on fire. he's flailing with this fucking stick that's on fire as Kenny is burning to death. And eventually, an ambulance stops by, chat. Ambulance, it's like it parks right by Kenny, chat. But then a fucking salt truck runs Kenny over and hits the goddamn ambulance out of the way, and all the salt falls upon Kenny's body, chat. And fucking standing kind of like, oh my God, you killed Kenny, you bastards! But thankfully, chat, the ambulance is there, and it rushes him to the hospital, chat, where they need to perform emergency surgery, chat. And who is their doctor, chat, who performs this emergency surgery, chat? George Clooney. Yes, George Clooney is the doctor, chat, because for those of you who don't know how what got George Clooney's career going, chat. Yes, he was doing sitcoms and stuff like Roseanne in like the 80s and early 90s, chat. But what really popularized him on TV, he started as a television actor, was ER. He was the star of ER for several seasons to great success, chat. I watched some ER episodes of George Clooney. They were very good. And I guess George Clooney loved South Park. I think he's in like several episodes too as the character Doctor. And he plays a super incompetent doctor, chat, who performs all these surgeries and misdiagnosis. And he's trying to resuscitate Kenny, chat. They're fucking ripping out his goddamn intestines, chat. They're cutting things they shouldn't cut. And eventually they're like, all right, well, we got to get the fucking heart. His heart is failing. And so they cut his goddamn heart out. He's like, and George Clooney's like, I gotta put this in the microwave. But Chad, there's a baked potato in the microwave. He's like, who fucking put the baked potato in the microwave? And the guy goes, sorry, I missed lunch, I'm hungry. He goes, God damn it, I gotta save this little boy's life. And eventually, Chad, Kenny comes to, actually that's what they do. So if George Clooney, he puts the fucking heart in the microwave, Chad, puts it on high, and boom. So hopefully Kenny will be okay. He does. We then cut. Kenny is coming out of a deep slumber, chat. The surgery was a success, and George Clooney says, Kenny, you're going to live. And Kenny's like, woohoo, for exactly 3 seconds because we placed a baked potato inside of you instead of your heart. He goes, what the fuck? And then he explodes. And his chest just explodes, chat, and is filled with potato. And the potato meat, chat, gets all over the boys' face. Cartman, Kyle, and Stan. And fucking Kyle and Stan's like, oh my God, you killed Kenny again. You fucking asshole bastards. And George Clooney's like, well, I tried. And he fucking walks out of the scene. And eventually, fucking Kenny, he's dead. It's like, what happened to him, chat? We see what happened to Kenny. We see what happened to Kenny, chat, because, South Park, they're very upset over the death of this young boy, chat. It was because of Terrence and Phillip, because Terrence and Phillip tried to set himself on fire, chat, tried to light one of his farts, and said he became emblazoned, chat, and he promptly died. Well, the doctors technically killed him, chat, but the fire didn't help. Setting yourself on fire is not going to help. But while the people of South Park, the citizens of South Park debate whether Terrence and Phillip is the true issue right here, is the reason why the American youth is being so corrupt and saying such naughty words, we see Kenny's soul, chat, lift into the sky, chat. He's no longer corporeal, chat. He's going up into the sky. He's broke the fucking atmosphere. He's in outer space, chat. He is ascending to what we assume is heaven, chat, heaven. And he goes up there. And there's this giant button, and it says, to access entry into heaven, we just fucking press it, man. Just fucking press it, Kenny. And he fucking presses it, Chad. It says, denied, to hell with you, dirty little boy. And he is shot into the bowels of hell. By the way, we see, like, the population of heaven. It's, like, 1,600 people, while the population of hell is, like, 900 plus million, and it's going a mile a minute, how many people are going there. And we get this whole, like, rock metal intro, chat, where Kenny falls and to like the death cell. We get like these CGI monsters, chat, like these penis monsters. Like Hitler's been turned into a penis monster, chat. We also see fucking Joseph Stalin. We see Gandhi, because Gandhi's there, chat. Gandhi was a little racist. He did liberate India, of course, but he's a little racist. And you see all of them, chat. These giant peen monsters like abusing Kenny. Eventually he falls upon the ground, chat, and he's in hell. And then we see the ruler of hell itself, chat, Satan. Satan's there, Chad, and he's gonna fucking put Kenny through the most torturous, millennia as possible, Chad. He's gonna torture him for 1,000,000 goddamn years. He doesn't care. He's like, I can't wait to just fuck up this little boy. But then, Chad, we have Satan. His boyfriend arrives, Shen. His boyfriend is Saddam Hussein. He has arrived and says, "Oh my God, Satan, are you torturing the little boy?" Oh, and he just starts jerking it. He's just like, he just starts jerking it to the idea of torturing little boys, Shen. Well, Saddam Hussein was an asshole, Shen. He probably killed a lot of little boys during his control over Iraq. And Satan's just like, "Hi, Saddam. Yeah, I'm about to torture this little boy." And then Saddam just starts fucking basically humping Satan's leg. And he's like, "Oh, just let me fucking torture him a little bit. Come on, let me just, I need to do it." And he goes, "Oh, okay. And he just, instead of like torturing him, he just starts rubbing himself on the torture device, like the stick that's supposed to tear Kenny's body apart. They're gonna kind of draw and quarter him. And Satan's like, "Oh, Saddam, just stop it. You're always about the sex. It's a turnoff. Stop it." And he goes, "Whoa, what's wrong, bitch? Come on, Satan. You know I love you. You know we're good. And Satan's like, "No, I don't like what you're doing right now." And he leaves. Shane. Kenny observes this. Kenny's like, and he managed to escape the torture device, Chad. He wants to learn more about the relationship between Satan and Saddam Hussein, Chad. He's masturbating. Yes, he's masturbating, Chad. Saddam Hussein is masturbating on the torture lever. And then, Chad, we go back to Earth, chat, because there are some shenanigans afoot. Mrs. Boflovsky, chat, she's very upset about Terrence and Phillip and how it's corrupted the youth of America. At least she thinks corrupted the youth of America. And she mobilizes the people of South Park and the United States, chat, to get that Terrence and Phillip's filth out of here. She doesn't like it. And the boys, they love Terrence and Phillip, chat. You know, they don't want to see it go away or anything like that. And at this point, the boys are just so upset by what Mrs. Boflovsky is doing. Carmen, she's like, I've had enough of this. Kyle, why is your mom such a big fat bitch? And Kyle's like, stop calling my mom a big fat bitch. And we get one of the best musical numbers ever, chat, where, Carmen's like, "Mom, the big fat bitch," all that. So goddamn good. Larry Miguel. Socrates was put to death for corrupting the youth. There you go, man. Telling him to fucking learn things. That's what happens. But blame Canada. I say blame Canada, chat. That's right. Way, mom, dad, big fat. I wish I knew the lyrics, chat. I wish I knew them. I would sing these songs to you, but I don't remember them, chat. I've only seen this movie a couple times. But he goes, and it's one of the best songs ever, chat. Your mom's a big fat bitch. He gets fucking backup dancers. We get it in different languages. And Kyle's like, stop it. And Carmen, he just keeps fucking going, chat, until Mrs. Boflovsky herself, chat, Kyle's big fat bitch of a mom, is right behind him. He goes, "What's the matter, guys? What the fuck is up?" And he turns around and he goes, "Ah, fuck." And then, chat, Cartman's going to be used as a test subject. Something to prevent the American youth from being further corrupted, chat, and saying naughty words. And so, Kyle Boflovsky, Mrs. Boflovsky, she has hired a scientist, chat, to perform an invasive, untested surgery on Cartman. And Carmen's mom said, "Sure, whatever, we'll go with that. That's fine." And they have put a chip inside of his body, chat, where anytime he says a bad word, just give him a little shock, chat, so like a dog collar or something like that. And so they present him in front of the entire town, who are all upset against fucking Canada, chat. Blame Canada, chat. They're corrupting America's youth. And they're like, "Okay, we're gonna do a fucking test." And he says, "Cartman, can you say this word?" And it says, "Doggy." He says, "Doggy." And he goes, "Excellent. Carmen, can you say this word?" It says, "Giraffe." Can you say giraffe? He says, "Giraffe." And he goes, "Excellent. Can you say this word? Donkey cock?" And he goes, It's like, "It's okay." I mean, Carmen's mom's like, "It's okay, Sweetums. You can say that word." He's like, "Okay, donkey cock." He fucking electrocutes him. He's like, "What the fuck was you thinking of me?" Every time he swears. I just love his fucking face and the sound that comes out of his goddamn body. Jay's like, oh my God, it hurts me." It's wonderful. Very Clockwork Orange. Yes, very Clockwork Orange. Very true, Stranger Shoe. Guys, please read the book Clockwork Orange or see the movie. Great film. Kind of tackles kind of the same subject. But I just love every time he gets super derpy. He derps out whenever he swears. I know, it's so good. He's like, "What the fuck, Mom?" And eventually they're like, "Yes." And Mrs. Boflovsky, she's saying, "And all of our children will soon have these microchips inside of their bodies. They'll be wonderful." And they go, "Yay." They're all cheering and shit. And eventually, the boys, that things are not going well in South Park or around the United States of America, chat. But at least they could sit down and enjoy a good old-fashioned episode of Conan O'Brien, chat, because Terrence and Philip, they're going to be featured as the guests of the show. Chat. And you got Kyle, you got Stan, you got Cartman, and Cartman, he seems a little sheepish. He's not himself. And Kyle's like, "Hey, dude, what's wrong?" He says, "They put the microchip in my body, and every time I swear, it hurts me." He goes, "Oh, so you can't swear anymore?" He goes, "No." "So you can't say like fuck?" He goes, I can't say that word. You can't say shit?" He goes, "No, I can't, Kyle. I can't. It hurts me." And so you can't say that Cartman's a fucking fat. He's like, "God damn it, I'm not fat." And so eventually, Kyle's like, "Yeah." Kyle loves this. He loves this new little thing that's been placed in Cartman's thick little rotund body. His little chublet body, chat. But then fucking Conan O'Brien's on. It's like, yay! And then we just got finished on talking to Brooke Shields, whatever the hell she was doing. And let's bring up my special guest, Terrence and Phil. They go, yeah! And they're all out there, chat. They're farting on each other and things. And Conan, he starts asking them a serious question. He goes, "Guys, the movie is a huge commercial success. It's the highest grossing film in the United States right now. But parents groups are saying that your sense of humor is corrupting the American youth. What would you say? What would you say to them about that?" And Terrence Phillip go, "This is what we would say." And they fucking fart. They fucking fart in the camera. And when this happens, Brooke Shields, he's like, "I farted once on Blue Lagoon," and fucking Philip turns to her and looks at her and just fucking hits her. I'm like, listen, I'm not, for just randomly hitting people, but the pauses in this show don't get enough credit, chat, where they just fucking look at Brooke Shields and go, "No," and just hit her. As they continue this. Answering Conan O'Brien's questions, Mrs. Bufflosky enters the show, and Kyle and Stan and Cartman are like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And apparently, chat, Mrs. Bufflosky, she's amassed so much power that she is promptly kidnapping Terrence and Philip at the behest, chat, of the United States government. She is working with President Bill Clinton, chat. And she has been given all the powers of the federal government, also all the state powers of the state of Colorado, chat. And she is promptly kidnapping Terrence and Philip. And apparently this is a whole fucking ruse. Conan O'Brien set this up. And right before Terrence and Philip were about to be taken away, chat, he said, "Conan, you loved our movie. You saw it with us. You thought it was so funny when we farted." And Conan, he's just like, "Oh God, I don't know who I am anymore." And he promptly jumps out of the fucking skyscraper he was doing the show in, chat, and kills himself, lands on a goddamn car, chat, and dies. I was like, "God damn, we guys have against Conan O'Brien." So they kill him. But the boys, they're so upset about this. They can't believe Kyle's big fat bitch of a mom would do this to Terrence and Philip. And they're so sad about this. But then the whole Canadian government, chat, they are up in arms about it. "How dare you steal Terrence and Philip?" They even have like a chart of like their economy, chat, and apparently 2/3 of their economy is based on Terrence and Philip memorabilia in movies and TV shows. Like that's the biggest and major export, chat. And if you take that away, Canada will fall into ruin. And they ask United States to return Terrence and Philip. And, of course, the American ambassador says, "Fuck you, Canada." And he goes, Stop it. We are trying to talk about something very serious." And they go, "Ha, ha, ha, ha," he said about. He's like, "What's so fucking funny? We're talking about something very, very serious that could engulf the world in war." And they go, "How little countries in the world laughing at Canada." And like, "Fuck you." And then they don't, chat. It's not good. Tensions are high. And the prime minister, chat, or the ruler of the kingdom, the king, I don't know, of the fucking polar bears, I don't know what Canadian leadership is like, chat, says that we will make war upon the United States if you do not release Terrence and Philip. And so the goddamn Canadian military and the United States military, they're immobilized, chat. And Canada makes the first attack. And they promptly destroyed the Baldwin, chat. They kill Alec Baldwin. They kill Billy Baldwin. They kill Stephen Baldwin, chat. They bomb the shit out of their Baldwin estate in the compound, and so they are promptly killed. And this time, the boys are just like, "God damn, the Baldwins are dead. Who would have thought this would happen?" I mean, what? How could this get any worse? And then, chat, we go to hell, where Kenny is looking in on the relationship of Satan and Saddam Hussein. And Satan, He's trying to talk to Saddam. They've been dating for the past 6 weeks. You know, Satan's in love. But Saddam, he only seems to care about sex. And, you know, Satan's like, remember when we used to, like, talk to each other, like, long into the night, until the sun would come up? And Saddam's like, man, fuck, bitch. I was talking to you so I can get in that goddamn thick red ass of yours. I mean, look at it. Look at you. You're so thick. He's like, oh, God. I mean, the fact that you only take me from behind, is that because you don't even want to look at me? He goes, nah, man, when I see your big thick ass, I know I'm fucking Satan. Like, what they do to Saddam here is amazing. And Satan's just like, oh, I mean, okay, I guess we can fool around a little bit. He goes, hell yeah. And then we hear Satan and Saddam Hussein having sex. And I'm like, oh my God. Chris, you're thinking 50 minutes. Every time I watch that scene now, I'm going to picture you flying that plane screaming, fuck you, Steven, this is for Biodome. Goddamn right. Goddamn right, chat. Thank you, Chris Harris, for the 50 minutes. So Kenny's just like, well, clearly there's some relationship troubles between Satan and Saddam Hussein. And while Saddam Hussein's fucking around hell, Kenny, he goes ahead and starts talking to Satan. He wants to, ask him what's going on. And Satan, he wants to open up to somebody, and he trusts this little child. Also, we get this incredible fucking music number of Satan just singing his goddamn heart out about how he just wants to find someone who loves him and cares about him. He's just very upset by it. He's got a lot of things on the docket, chat. Obviously, as we all know, in order to start the apocalypse, it needs to start with the deaths of two prominent Canadian figures, chat. Legendary figures, if you will, Terrence and Phillip. And once Terrence and Phillip's blood has been spilled on American soil, chat, it will give rise to Satan's armies. And Satan, along with his boyfriend, Saddam Hussein, will wreak havoc and destruction upon the earthly realm. But he has a lot on his mind because Saddam Hussein only wants him for sex. And he's trying to open up to Kenny. And you know what? Kenny convinces him. Kenny convinces him that, you know what, I should just tell Saddam that it's over, that it's just not working between us, that you seem only to be about having sex with me and my big round ass. So thank you, Kenny, thank you. I'm going to go talk to Saddam. And he goes talk to Saddam, chat, and he's like, Saddam, it's over between us. I'm sorry. I'm going to go rule the earth by myself. You're just, I don't think you love me. And Saddam's like, I could change. And we get Saddam Hussein gets this wonderful music number, chat. And because Saddam Hussein is just so sexy and so goddamn hot that Satan instantly forgives him. And Kenny's just like, God damn it, shit. Oh, this is bad. I gotta do something else. And so then, chat, the boys, they're upset about what's going on. Terrence and Phillip, they've been kidnapped, and they gotta do some research. They gotta find some goddamn answers. Okay, and so what do, chat? They go on the internet, and we get like that dial-up connection, everything that like the AOL dial-up connection sound, and everything that go on there, trying to look up Terrence and Phillip and try somehow save them, chat. Somehow save them from the torturous experiences at the hands of the American fascist big government. Also, Stan is curious because he wants to look up what a clitoris is. And they go, yeah, Terrence Phillip, yeah, we got it. You're being held in Colorado. That's cool. But can we look up what a clitoris is? And Kyle's like, sure. And we look up a clitoris, and you go, wow, 8 million fucking options here. Wow, okay, well, click on the first one, dude. He's like, okay. Clicks on the first one, and he goes, you got to be 18 years or older. He's like, okay, fucking clicks on it and gets through automatic. I'm 18, whatever. He's like, to view this video, you must be 18. He's like, yes, yep, okay, go ahead. And then they watch a shiza porn, chat, where shiza porn is shit porn. Usually it involves fecal matter, defecations on the male or female body, chat. And guess who the fucking female is in this video, chat? Fucking Cartman's mom. They go, dude, that fucking dude shitting on your mom. And he goes, what? And he goes, no, it's my mom, yeah. And we see this guy. We don't see it, chat, but the boys describe it, where this German man, chat, is shizaing all over Cartman's mom's boobs. All over Cartman's mom's boobs, chat. And this just traumatizes Cartman. Meanwhile, the boys are like, well, we got to fucking plan something. I mean, this is crazy, this nonsense. We got to have another meeting about this tomorrow. And so Cartman, he goes home, chat, and his mom's tucking him in bed. And, right before his mom leaves his room, she goes, Ma'am, would you tell me if you're in German shiza porn? And she there's like a fucking beat. There's like a pause, chat. These pauses, man, they get me. She goes, of course, honey. And she slams the door. He goes, oh, God. And he slowly drifts off to sleep, Chase. Like, he just wants to forget about the microchip in his body, wants to forget about the fact that he can't swear anymore, wants to forget about the fact that he just saw a very muscular German man shit on his mom's boobs. But Chad, he has awakened because Kenny, his spirit, he has left the nether realm of hell, Chad, and he has to warn fucking Carmen about the shit that's going down. And Carmen's like, what the fuck? And he's so traumatized by it, Chad, that he, it's the next day, he talks to Stan and Kyle. He goes, God, I think I found fucking Kenny. He came to haunt me. And they're like, shut up, fat. What the hell are you talking about? He's like, I think Satan is going to come with Saddam Hussein. I don't know. And they're going to take over the world. And they're like, whatever. It's connected to Terrence and Philip. They go, oh shit, Terrence and Philip. Well, now we know. Kenny clearly came to us and told us about Terrence and Philip to warn us. He loves it so much that his soul came back. He goes, I don't fucking know anymore. And so now they have to establish a resistance to oppose the rule of Kyle's big fat bitch of a mom, Mrs. Barflowski. And to prevent Chat, because this is a new thing. So there's a war brewing between the United States and Canada. And the United States will promptly execute Terrence and Philip before they do their own invasion on Canadian soil, Chat. And this is a big deal. So they got a timetable. And so the boys, they decide to send out, they go back on the computer again, and they send a fucking email, Chat, telling people to join the resistance to free Terrence and Philip. Carmen also says, tell him there's going to be fucking pie and punch out there because there's no pie and punch, no one's gonna come. And they go, okay, fuck. It'll be pie and punch. That's what we're gonna get. And so after that, they plan the fucking meeting, Chad. Kenny's ghost appears before Carmen again, warning him. He goes, fucking Jesus. He's just terrified of it. But eventually they go to their secret meeting, Chad, the time and location, everything. They come to this abandoned building, and they set everything up, Chad, because they got a plan. Or at least they think they have a plan. Then, Chad, they hear a fucking knock on the door. And who's at the goddamn door, Chad? That Gregory kid. That kid that Wendy likes. And even upon seeing his appearance, Chad, Stan promptly vomits all over himself. And Gregory goes, I know that you're having this meeting. He's like, but you don't even like Terrence and Philip. He goes, yes, but it's wrong. This war is wrong, obviously. I mean, I don't see the wrongful execution of two, comedic figures, two entertainers of Canada. I mean, our fascist government is doing, your fascist, because he's from the UK, your fascist government is abusing its power, and I decided to join forces with you. And, Kyle and Carmen are like, sure, you come in. And Stan, he's mad about it. Eventually, more kids join, Chad. They'll have the meeting. The thing is, though, Stan and Kyle Carmen, they don't have a fucking plan. They're just kids. And they're like, well, we're here we want to hear from all you guys. You got any ideas to free Terrence and Philip from the clutches of Kyle's big fat bitch of a mom? He goes, hey, he's like, dude, she's a big fat bitch. I'm sorry. And one of the kids raises his hand. I was told there would be pie and punch. And fucking, like, Stan and Kyle looked at Carmen and said, did you bring the pie and punch? He's like, dude, it's a fucking ghost hunting me. No, I didn't. And then the kids go, all right. And half of them leave because they wanted the pie and punch chat. But Gregory, he sees all this going down, the fact that Stan and Kyle and Carmen, they don't have a plan. But he has a fucking plan to rescue Terrence and Philip. And he sets up all this fucking diagrams where they're holding them. And it's like, okay, we can enact this plan. We can get this done. Wendy's like, oh my God, Gregory, you're just so cute. And Stan's like, no, we're going to be the people who are going to fucking rescue Terrence and Philip. And Gregory's like, are you sure? He goes, yes. What do we need to do? And he goes over the list of plans and he says, listen, you got to go to one of my friend's houses. You got to go to Frenchie. Frenchie's gonna help you, okay? He's an escape expert. He has run stuff like this before, getting refugees out of there, making sure they get home safe, rescuing political prisoners. They go, this is a kid that does this? Yes, go to Frenchie. And they go, okay. Meanwhile, Satan and Saddam, they're planning their evil shit. And Kenny, he knows he's out of time at this point. He's like, he's got to somehow go back to the human world and warn them again. But the boys, they go and see Frenchie, chat, to enact the plan, because this is the day, Chad. This is the day that they're going to promptly execute Terrence and Philip later that night, Chad. But they're going to have a big old fucking military parade and show. They see these goddamn goose-stepping fascists walking down the street, and it's like, okay, we got to get there soon. Also, we get some hilarious scenes of how most of the town of South Park have joined the military against Canada. And man, it's a very very funny joke where they have a little bit of I don't know, kind of commenting on racism, chat, where they have this one group of soldiers, which is filled with all black people, and they say, you guys are going to be the first fighting force in there, okay? You will be known as Team Distraction. And Chef's like, the fuck? What do you mean we're going to be Team Distraction? You're going to go in there, and you're going to soak up. There's going to be many casualties among you, but then Team 2, which will be promptly protected by, as he says, Chet, the darkies. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh no. You will go on to succeed. And Chef is like, excuse me, excuse me. Have you ever heard about the Emancipation Proclamation? And the general goes, I'm sorry, I don't understand your hippity hop, black man. It's like, holy shit. Thank you, Fern. Thank you for resubscribing. Chef was awesome. Chef was awesome. Chef Fern, 9 months in a row. You have now front pooped out a Twitch baby Fern. What are we gonna name our Twitch baby Fern? You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. So, chat, sadly, the black people will be sacrificed in order for the white man to defeat Canada. That's just what's gonna happen here. Canceled. Hashtag canceled. Yes. It was goddamn funny. The boys, they go to Kenny. Let's name him Kenny. The Atsuba fan. Let's go with Kenny Fern. That'd be a goddamn good name. Name the Twitch baby Cancel. No, that's perfect. We'll name the Kenny Cancel. Perfect name. They pull a goddamn punch. They did not. Eventually, they go to the kid's house where they open the door, or they knock on the door, and his mom goes, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, Frenchie, can't see you right now. And he goes, he's grounded. He's like, why is he grounded? He spoke ill of God. And say how he was a big fat asshole. And the kids are like, can we just speak for him for a couple seconds? It's very important. She's like, okay. And this fucking guy comes out, chat, Frenchie, and he looks like he has seen some shit. He's got dark circles under his eyes. He looks slightly emaciated, and he's got like a bandolier around him, like with grenades and shit. This kid's been in the fucking trenches, shit. He's got that 1,000-yard stare. And they go, are you the mole? He goes, yes, I am the mole. I hear we are going to liberate. We're going to liberate. Terrence Phillip is like, yeah, are you okay? It's like, of course I'm fucking okay to do this. And it's like, okay, God, dude, take it easy. And he's like, you speak of God. God, he is meaningless. He does not exist. You go ahead and pray to your fucking God. I fuck on your God. I fucking shit on your God. They're like, okay, take it easy. He's like, yes, let's go. And so they go and infiltrate the compound, chat, where they're going to execute Terrence and Phillip. And you know, the Frenchie kid, he's like, listen, in order for me to do this properly, I have to dig, because they have this big goddamn stage, chat, where you get all these musical numbers out there. Big Gay Al, he has his own musical number, chat, where you see Big Gay Al's dick. It's like it's hanging right out there, his shriveled dick in his ball sack, all of it, chat. All of it. He says, while Big Gay Al is sitting, I have to dig under the stage, okay? In the meantime, you have to make sure Big Gay Al never stops singing. Just have him go on and on and on so they don't see me rescue Terrence and Phillip before they execute them. Cartman, what I need you to do is I need you to disable the alarm systems, because if the alarm systems are still on, they'll send the dogs after me, and I fucking hate guard dogs, okay? They'll rip me apart. And Cartman's like, okay, dude, I fucking do it. Jesus Christ. And, you know, and he's like, are you guys serious in this? Are you serious? You taking this seriously? And they're like, dude, we're taking this seriously. Want to rescue Terrence and Phillip? He's like, oh, okay, you're fucking taking it seriously. I hope you're just as serious as my mom, who stuck a fucking wire hanger in her vagina and poked a hole into my heart. And then he goes in the fucking tunnel he just dug. And they're like, whoa. That guy's a little serious. It's like referencing that his mom almost performed an abortion on herself, chat. Yeah. Let's get Les Miserables in the next poll. Yes. Les Miserables, chat. That's what this character is kind of referencing. He has a number very similar to that. There's a bit of a screw loose there. Though I didn't understand the reference when I heard that as a kid. Yeah, it's dark. It's super dark. And I'm like, wow. And so, you know, Big Gay Al, he does his big showpiece, chat. Well, Cartman, he goes to shut off the power. But fucking Kenny's ghost appears before me. He goes, hey, Kenny! And Kenny tells Cartman, you fucking dumb fat ass, okay? Listen to me. He goes, okay, dude, okay? And he says, Satan's armies are going to rise and come from the earth itself if Terrence and Phillip die. So make sure Terrence and Phillip do not die. And he's like, yeah! And he runs away. Someone sees him talking to a ghost. Eventually, the big gay Al's number ends. Carmen goes find Stan Kyle, and he says, guys, fucking Kenny's ghost. I told you he's fucking real, guys. He told me Satan's gonna come back with Saddam Hussein, I think, but only if fucking Terrence and Philip die. We gotta save them. And they're like, okay, dude, we are. Did you turn off the power? He goes, fuck. And then we see on the stage that Frenchie, he has freed Terrence and Philip, Chad. He's freed Terrence and Philip. Or he's in the process of freeing them, chat. And he's like, I'm gonna go get you out. But then the fucking alarms go off because everyone sees him. And the guard dogs come after Frenchie. They go, oh shit, the guard dogs, no! And Frenchie jumps back in the hole. But now there's fucking chaos over the goddamn place, chat. And the boys, they go up on the goddamn stage, and like, Kyle, he's trying to like, okay, I just gotta tell my mom about what the hell's going on here, but he's too scared. So Stan, he makes a goddamn speech. But during this process, chat, Carmen, he goes over to try to free Terrence and Philip, but he's fucking swearing so much, he keeps electrocuting himself, and he short circuits the microchip in his head. And so it unlocks the chains of Terrence and Philip, and they just fucking take off running. They're scared to death. And they're like, oh, Jesus Christ. And this is chaos shit because the fucking Canadians are here too. The Canadians, they fucking invade and they're bombing and shit. And there's so much destruction going on. And the boys, they had to get Terrence Philip to the rendezvous, so they're trying to get up to them, chat, but they're just fucking running and farting all the goddamn time. That's all they do, as we all know. And eventually they catch up to them, and they're like, listen, and always like, and Terrence Philip are like, oh shit, that fat little kid who freed us, maybe he has something to tell us. And they're saying like, listen, we got to get you to the rendezvous point, okay? We can't have you be executed. We got to get you to the Canadian border, chat. But then, oh no, fucking Mrs. Bufflosky, chat, Kyle's big fat bitch of a mom, she arrives there with her forces, chat. She is the command of the United States Army. Along with her group of very upset mothers, Shed, her Karens. And they're saying, it's like, Kyle, you need to give us Terrence and Philip. They're a bad influence. And Kyle, he finally stands up for himself. He finally fucking does it. He's like, Mom, no, okay? What you're doing is wrong, all right? Like, listen, I think what you should be focusing on, you're blaming everybody else but me. Blame me, okay? Focus your parenting on me, okay? Don't force other people in their parenting styles. Work with me. Let's work together on this. Basically, what the whole fucking message of the movie is, fucking stay in your goddamn lane. Don't, blame other groups of people or media or whatever. Why don't you just sit down with your fucking kid, have an honest fucking conversation, and he'll be a better child, and you'll be a better parent for it. That's what it is. That's the point of the goddamn movie. That's what it's always been. And Kyle's mom's like, I just wanted to protect you, Kyle. I wanted to protect all the people around the United States of America. And he goes, and you can do that, Mom, but let's just talk. And she goes, no, I can't do it. And she fucking grabs a military guy's gun, soldier's gun, chat, and she just fucking murders Terrence and Philip, chat, shoots them both in the head. And here I think Philip goes, Terrence, oh God, he gets shot in the head too. And then, chat, the earth begins to tremble because Terrence and Philip have been murdered, chat, and their blood is on American soil. And what is birthed from the earth itself, chat? Satan with his boyfriend Saddam Hussein. And they're about to take this shit over. But Saddam, he steals Satan's thunder, chat. He's like, okay, motherfuckers, I want you all to bow before me. And Satan's like, Saddam, we talked about this. I'm going to share power with you, but this is my thing. I've been waiting thousands of years for this. He's like, oh, shut the fuck up, you bitch. And Satan's just like, and Kenny's there too, Chet. He hitched a ride with them, and Kenny's looking at Satan. He's like, dude, you gotta come on, dude. He's like, and Satan's just like, I don't know. And Saddam Hussein's like, you're all my fucking bitches now. You all thought the Boers got me. I think not. Erect a statue before me. Bow before me, you peasants. And all the people start bowing before Saddam Hussein. He's like, erect my first statue where that fat ass kid is. That fat kid is. He points at Carmen. And Carmen's like, don't call me fucking fat. And he fucking electrocutes him with Papa Palpatine powers. And Saddam's like, Jesus Christ, what the hell was that? And Carmen's like, oh my God. They realize that Carmen's microchip, it's malfunctioned, but he can build up his power, chat. He can build up the electrical power in his body, chat, by saying naughty words and use it for good. And so he just starts saying all these naughty words to Saddam and saying, you're a fucking goddamn donkey cocksucker. And he fucking shoots him with more like, and Saddam's like, ah! And Saddam keeps getting attacked, and Cartman keeps swearing at him again and again and again. And, Saddam Hussein's like, Satan, save me! And Satan's just like, no, No, I see that you are truly evil, Saddam. You don't love me. You never love me. And Carmen, he electrocutes Saddam one more goddamn time. And Satan, with the help of Carmen, chat, he grabs Saddam. He's like, Saddam, you and I are through. We're breaking up. And he throws Saddam Hussein back in the hell, chat, where he is impaled upon a rock, chat. He is impaled upon a rock where he will suffer for all of eternity. And then fucking Satan's like, I'm so sorry, guys, about what happened. This was all messed up. My bad. And he resurrects all the fallen people of South Park, chat, the Canadians, the military, everyone who was horrifically murdered, chat. Everyone was horrifically murdered. Mr. Garrison, Mr. Mackey, all the moms, all the dads, all the kids who died, everyone comes back. And he's just like, well, I gotta be going now, but I have one person to thank, and it was Kenny, Chad. It's because of Kenny. It's because of this little boy here. He saved the world. You tried to tell me that Saddam Hussein wasn't good for me, and I didn't listen to you the first time. I want to thank you again, Kenny. But you have to come back with me. You have to come back with me. And they're like, oh no, Kenny! And Kenny, he's just like, it's okay. He fucking takes off his hood and he says, guys, it's okay. I can be happy now. I can be happy now in hell. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. He's like, whoa, Kenny took down his hood, and we see him the first time. And Satan, he finds a new boyfriend, Mr. Hat, Chad. He finds Mr. Hat, Mr. Garrison Sacker. He's like, oh, Mr. Hat. But, Satan's like, I'm going to use this to jerk off with now. And Garrison's like, you go at it, buddy. I've been doing that for years. And so they go back into hell. They go back into hell. And all the boys, they're like, well, even though that this happened, we're all better for it. We can live on and continue to have fun and enjoy Terrence and Philip. And Wendy, she fucking hates Gregory because he's super annoying and too posh. And even though Stan vomits on her again, they love each other, chat. They have that vomit hug love. It was a good moment. But then, chat, we see Kenny. And, because of Kenny's good deed, Chad, God recognizes that. Oh, by the way, the French kid is mauled to death. French kid is mauled to death by dogs. He's eaten alive. He's eaten alive, and he has that whole, Les Miserables number, and he promptly dies. And go, holy shit, dude. So he's dead. He doesn't come back, Chad. He doesn't get to come back. But we see Kenny, Chad. We see that he doesn't return to hell. He is rising to the heavens, Chad, and he is allowed to live out the rest of his life surrounded by big-bosomed women, which is what he's always wanted. And that, my friends, is South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. I hope you enjoyed the review. Woo! Kenny saved the world from hell twice. He did, from twice. It's crazy. Oh, man. Thank you, clitoris. Oh, the clitoris. I forgot the clitoris. Oh, yeah, there's a chap. I'm sorry. So one point when they're escaping, I forgot that scene. One point when they're escaping the battle between America and Canada, Stan comes across a giant clitoris right out in the open, Chad. It's just right there. It's like a mirage, and it gives him the advice to believe in himself and to have self-confidence. Girls like confidence, and he uses that confidence, and Wendy, therefore, is attracted to him, and he says, thank you, clitoris. Thank you. That is how you please a lady. So there you go. Stanos had a happy ending, chat. How could I have forgotten the giant fucking clitoris, chat? My mistake. This movie teaches a lot about importance. It does, Chris Ayers. It does. The Uncle Fucker remix was hilarious. P. Diddy would have definitely done that. Film freak. It's funny. I've always thought this movie's just okay, but this review has made me want to rewatch it. It's funny. It's a really funny movie. Highly recommend it, man. Give it a second chance. So there actually is. It is. It's very educational. It's like, oh shit, there you go. Yeah, chat. Yeah, Chris forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did. I forgot the clitoris, chat. Oh boy. And George Clooney. That's right. He was the doctor in the thing. I definitely mentioned that, Austin. Yeah, but now, chat, I'm going to go ahead and refill my beverage. In the meantime, please entertain yourselves amongst yourselves, and I shall return, chat, with more review shenanigans. Stick around, chat. Spider-Man shenanigans. He's still racist, chat, but, he helps people too.